Ah, yes, hunters, a term made popular by solo leveling. These people will never stop with new stories about dungeons and overpowered hunters. Hey, my name is Pyro Primer, and today I present to you the new webtoon, or rather new, The Dungeon Cleaning Life of a Once Genius Hunter, an original work by, I think their name was Dalbeat, and the art is done by Goyle Goyle. Nice name. As already said, this story screams solo leveling, and this here is the artwork used for the picture. This is the protagonist. You can already basically compare him to Sang Jin-woo because they are just the classic, I would say, Korean protagonists. That's how they look to me at least. But, well, I guess this is reverse solo leveling. Here, the main character apparently starts out strong, but somehow loses all of his powers. I'm willing to bet that even after losing his skills, he still is overpowered or becomes overpowered again very quickly. From the title alone, there is not much to say. It really presents itself like a generic dungeon hunter story. Only the word cleaning sticks out to me, but this is probably also just a different word used for killing or getting rid of monsters. It would have just at least been funny if our main character was a janitor fighting with a mob. However, that doesn't seem to be the case. Or maybe the first chapter will prove me wrong. But on this channel, we don't judge too quickly. After going on about the title, it is time to read the summary and form our first opinion with that, before actually jumping into the first chapter. So here we go. The world's first SSS ranked genius hunter, Juno Kim. He regresses 10 years into the past after being ambushed by unknowns one day. With all his hunter skills now locked, he must fulfill his career as a dungeon cleaner to unlock them. But this cleaner? Well, he is extraordinary. The once renowned hunter Juno Kim takes over the cleaning duty with vigorous determination. So that's it. What do you think? In my opinion, it still sounds pretty basic. A time travel plot, or regression as it is called now, is quite hard to do in my opinion. That already opens up a lot of questions on the other hand. Who or what allowed Juno to travel back in time? Then again, what are these unknowns that killed him? If it said something about unknown people and not specifically unknowns, it would have made sense, but the word unknowns make it seem like they are some sort of creature we don't know about. Maybe like nobodies or heartless from Kingdom Hearts. As the world's first triple S hunter, he probably has a lot of knowledge about the past, so it could be interesting to see how he will change certain events. And this also has to be said. The cleaning part still confuses me. It wasn't explained in the summary, so I hope the first chapter offers me some answers. For me, Dungeon Cleaner pretty much sounds like just a derogatory term for hunters, but it could also just be some low-level job like getting rid of the monster corpses, cleaning up the blood from the monsters, and all of these different things. Just doing the dirty work after the hunters have left the dungeon. An often looked down profession, I guess. The janitors. That's all I can get from the summary alone, so here is your quick spoiler warning. I put the link to the webtoon in the description below. If you want to read it yourself first before hearing my thoughts and opinions about it, you better click on it right now, because I will do the exact same thing. Still here? Okay, get ready to hear my unfiltered opinion about the story. First of all, I really don't like the main character. He's presented as an asshole, but that is the goal of this character. While being the strongest, he only cares about his reputation and not the civilians. Apparently, he even assaulted some of them in the past. Juno also said he would get rid of his problems, just like he did before. Yep, completely unlikable, but not to a degree that it is interesting again. Plus, with the end of the chapter, I'm not even sure if he kept his memories after regressing back in time. The cleaners are exactly the type of group I thought they would be. Getting rid of corpses, wiping up blood after fights, basically just the dirty work as I said it before. Personally, the first chapter really didn't grab me. None of the characters appeared relevant, especially because the second chapter will start 10 years prior to the first chapter, in what I think is a parallel world. Even the action scenes weren't anything special. The art is on the level of the current Webtoon standard, not showing us any great illustrations, but it's still a decent level, or instant expressions weren't also there. It's just generic in every way I could imagine it. With all that said, this probably was the worst first chapter yet. However, it can only go up from here. I guess mostly because the second chapter is the real starting point. Technically, it would have been better to call this chapter Chapter 0, or have flashbacks to this event later down the line. Many of you will probably still enjoy this webtoon. After all, following an overpowered main character, even if they are a complete dirtbag, will be somewhat entertaining. The biggest question yet is why the summary said unknowns. This just looks like a typo to me. The first chapter showed a group of people attacking him, but it could have been worded better in the summary. We also don't really know about who sends these people after Junu. But we shouldn't learn this in the future either, because he is back in the past now, and as he is now going to work as a cleaner instead of being a hunter, all of his enemies don't exist anymore, unless he makes new enemies or the same enemies. And nobody in this new world did anything wrong to him either. Well, end of the story I guess. Knowing that main character though, he will probably still try to get revenge, even though nobody in the world he is right now did anything wrong. I hope he doesn't do anything to the innocent people in this parallel world or the world of the past he got thrown into right now. They are, after all, they are not the people that attacked you or hurt you or anything like that. They are completely innocent. The only interesting thing I can think of is learning what that mysterious system is that gave him the karma skill, and thus gave him the chance to be reborn or regress 10 years into the past. Once again, I want to focus on the point that this is mainly my personal opinion about dungeon cleaning life of a once genius hunter, or shortened into the dungeon cleaning life. And even if it really turns out to just be another generic overpowered regressor seeking revenge story, it could still be something you personally enjoy. So even with the score I will give it, I want to recommend you this webtoon. Build your own opinion and see if the next chapters are better compared to the first. Cleaning Life will receive a flat 5 out of 10, being as average as possible. Please share your ideas and thoughts in the comments. For this one, I would really like to hear what other people are thinking. Maybe I missed something that will change my personal opinion completely, or you just agree with what I said. This is a bit shorter than the other new series videos, but I said everything I wanted and stretching videos is not my style. I hope the new webtoons will flash me and get me hyped. But until then, all that is left to be said is stay happy, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay cultured. This has been Pyroprimer, your local and unhinged fire elemental, and we will see each other again in the next video. Bye!